to grow. I want Jeremy to do well enough on it to support it,
Ah, yeah, sure.
Um,
It is what it is. Sometimes you have a bad experience trying to schedule a game, and you learn from it.
but that guy is fucking. He can go fuck himself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you're not going to even tell someone that, hey, I'm not
yeah.
coming,
Like
that's
when
kind of a
you
line,
when you like, I think it was pretty fucking clearly communicated what was going on. So
Yeah.
he can go fuck himself. So yeah, in the
Fuck that.
future I'll probably just make sure I have my own game arranged. Met a new guy. He was very nice. He wasn't very good, but he was very nice. And I told him, like, we start at 11. Like, if you're looking for a game, you should probably make sure you have someone lined up. And we start at 11. Like, not 11:01. 11. Like, fuck.
Well, at least you had a bad experience, but you met a new guy who's pretty alright. How about that?
Well, that's good. Yeah, I don't want to fall down this rabbit hole of, like, we do all the fucking work, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I hear you.
I also don't like seeing anybody, like, taken advantage of. Like, I swear to sweet fucking merciful Christ, like, if I see Darren start, painting shit for the fucking store or doing shit for other people in there, I'll fucking punch Darren in the fucking face. Oh, wait, did you say you're streaming?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's okay. No one knows who anyone is. It's all good.
Oh, yeah.
You just got demonetized.
Yeah, because
maybe. I don't think that's a no-no word.
well, I mean, I'm just cursing up a storm here, but...
We'll see.
Isn't if they're swearing in the first 5 minutes, like, you get demonetized?
Maybe. I'll have to put that to the test.
Oh, well, you're making 4 cents now.
Yeah, it's all right.
Or you're not making 4 cents now.
Listen, you don't know. He might need that 4 cents.
Maybe. Yeah, it's just frustrating. I don't want to go down that path.
Oh, I understand. And listen, he understands that too. He's dealing with the ghosts of what was left. He's not disillusioned.
Well, he was working there at the end of it, right? Wasn't he?
He was. Yeah.
So he knows firsthand what it is, or what it was.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You'd hope, anyways.
Very true.
So what are you guys up to? What you got in your hobby desks?
I am going through Grey Knight stuff to sort and figure out what I have, because I have a lot of Terminators. And I also have a lot of Strike Marine bodies. I also have these, I was trying to convert, okay, so, like, previous Grey Knight book, and the book even prior to that, so 8th edition, 9th edition, the Nemesis warding staff was a piece of shit, but it gave the unit, like, a fancy ability. Before, it gave, I want to say an invul, and then it became like a stratagem, I want to say.
Oh, like you get a keyword and that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I had, and that weapon was best put on like a Justicar, because between a Strike Marine and a regular, like a Justicar, which is like the Sergeant, it didn't matter. And so I put all the warding stats on the leaders, of the squads. Now it doesn't matter. There is no Justicar anymore, and there is no like leader thing. And then, like I just told you earlier, all Nemesis weapons are just the same. They're all strength 6, AP 2, 2 damage across the board. So I made these like, I guess like unique looking Justicars out of some old, once upon a time, my 30k Emperor's Children that I had. I had a bunch of Palatine blades, which were just like, you know, like the fancy name unit, like a fancy elite unit, and they have cool armor, and it's very baroque, and it has like these like, you know, like angel faces or like sad angel faces on them. I might repurpose all of these guys to be purifiers.
Oh, okay. And those are the flamer guys, right?
Purifiers are the ones with like a fire psychic ability.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, they're really no different than a strike marine. And Crow goes into that.
Gotcha. The white helmet guys, right?
Yeah, the white helmet guys.
What machine is that?
What machine? It's weird what the microphone picks up, because that's actually really quiet. It's the curing machine.
That's funny.
It's just, it's like the other day when you were thumping around, it sounded like an earthquake, and you weren't doing much.
Yeah, I guess it's a fault of the, or a failing of the noise canceling, right? It picks and chooses, and sometimes it chooses wrong.
Yeah. Yep.
So what are you working on, Arby?
Warp Talons, and Chaos Lord, and I think my mic cut out. Lone Op sorts Terminator Sorcerer. I just 3D printed all the conversion bits, and I'm just curing them now. The Cirxus guy on Instagram designed up some shin pads and shoulder pads and chest pieces to fit the new push fit Terminators.
Oh, nice.
So I'm spicing up a Lone Op Terminator, but I was saying I don't know if 110 points is Lone Op is good, but that's pretty steep for a Lone Op.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to other options you'd have. Like, how much is your Changeling? How much was that guy?
Oh, I don't know. You have to take Battle Line to get him now, though.
Hello, Misfits. Welcome to the jam, the party.
Like, he has a good ability, +1 AP, and then he lets, you know... or Chaos Lord.
Uh-oh.
Like, it's good, but...
You guys try the new missions this weekend? Is that out already?
Sorcerer and Terminator. Nope.
I don't think, no, they're not. They are
Oh,
out
damn.
next week. Or, I think they're out for preview, but... We should
Like
have
pre-order?
them next week, yeah.
Word.
Yeah, local stores had the pre-order the week prior.
Yo, spraying.
He's
What are you spraying over there?
He's watering his plants. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Watering the
I'm
crops.
spraying my paint palette sponge. I use this spray bottle to spray the cat, but
Doesn't want to get up to get any water.
Yeah, it's a long way away, you know.
Yeah.
It's a long way away, okay? Don't you fucking judge me.
I won't.
I'm just
Look
doing
who
odds
showed
and
up.
ends.
You don't have a watch there, Tavish.
What are we talking about?
Oh boy, here we go.
I've been here the whole time.
You're
I don't know
fucking
what you're
late.
talking
No, I know when you're here. You never shut up.
about. My bad. None of my websites have updated Chaos Codex yet.
New recruit stuff is there, but heads up, the new recruit data sheet or whatever info for the Lord of Discordant has his Melta gun at like AP6, and I was like, "Yo, this
Nice.
thing is strong."
Fuck.
Sick.
Just roll with it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's been set. It's good.
Other than
Why
that,
shouldn't it be a?
the data sheets are on new recruit, but not the stratagems.
Why shouldn't you keep it? Stella, go away. Go away. Go on.
I just got here. What are you talking about?
If you were as needy as this cat, I'd tell you to go away too.
Do either of you have the Chaos Codex?
Yeah, I
It
have.
does. Yeah, Army does.
I don't steal everything like you.
What do you mean? You see that very fancy Angels Codex I haven't opened yet?
You're a thief. You probably stole it.
You know what they say? Those who are the loudest are the most guilty.
Do they say that?
Yeah,
Nobody said
that's a thing people
You're just
say.
making up.
All
I don't think so.
sorts of
Who?
people
Who?
say that.
Who? Give me a name.
Dude,
Oops.
it's countless. The list is there's so many people who say that I couldn't even give you a reference.
You are full of the poop.
There's a
You
segment-
influencers just think you can say whatever you want, and us
Listen.
regulars
man.
have to believe it.
The words I used may have been incorrect, but the sentiment is true.
False.
Okay.
He who yells loudest
Is the best.
winneth the argument.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
by Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Oh, the old po' boy.
Yeah.
Word. Man, I like this paladin conversion. And I look at the rest of my Grey Knights and I'm like, these are.
Because they're small?
Yeah, because they're small.
It's okay.
I guess this is where I put all my assassins because I was like trying to find them and I had no idea where I put them, but they're just all with my Grey.
Yeah, I didn't really have much to talk about for the Sisters or GSC, but our community's been
Oh, is that
bumming me
our-
out with their Monday posts. So
Is that our clickbait?
yeah, that's what I just put on the thumbnail. 'Cause I'm like, oh, that's a
Wow.
cool. That's a cool.
We can talk about it if you want. I mean,
Yeah, we kind of did
Right.
like offline.
Fuck.
It's hard not
Yeah.
to talk about shit as it comes out over the weekend previews, you know. But
I don't shut the fuck up. So
Yo, what the hell's a Soul Shatter Last Cannon?
it's evil.
Mind
Don't you
you-
know?
mind your own business. That's what.
Don't you know it's evil? It's an evil weapon.
Listen, if you know, you know.
Yeah, clearly you don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, well, you don't go around asking about Fight Club. You don't go around asking
Oh, God
about
damn it.
goddamn Soul Shatter Last Cannon.
If you don't know, I can't tell you.
You should see the Chaos Knight weapons. Those are like straight out of Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, Life Ruiner, Baby Maker.
Yeah. Infernal Dragon Soul Eater.
Life
Flame-
ruining baby
like,
maker.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
The Chaos Knight weapons are so stupid.
yeah. Forgot to do your taxes Monday shuffle.
Yeah, the Soul Shatter
really-
Last Cannon's just a Just your last cannon, man. Just to differentiate it from the Havoc.
It's 2 shots.
Last cannon.
Yeah.
Is that the
Oh,
case?
it's not twin linked. It's 2 shots.
It's 2 shots.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the
Twin link
deal.
is 1 shot that goes to the exact precise point, but it's only half as powerful.
Wachoo!
It's only half strength, so it equals out the same damage as 1 shot. It's just how it works.
Well, if you hit the same hole, like if you shoot somebody with 2 bullets in the same hole, it's gonna do the same damage.
Or is it?
No, the
Yeah.
second bullet. The second bullet just goes through the first hole, doing no damage.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's
Whatever.
It's
But if you-
so realistic.
Now, if you bend the bullet,
Yeah, like in Wanted.
yeah, Kyle's favorite movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's right up there with that Antonio Banderas one.
The dancing
Spy Kids?
one.
Yeah.
Spy
Not Spy Kids. Not Spy Kids. Although that's a good answer, too.
Right?
Definitely not Spy Kids, no. The one where he teaches kids how to dance and also improve their lives.
What do you got against Spy Kids?
Nothing. That was a genuine question.
Spy Kids. That's so funny. I did not expect a Spy Kids drop.
Oh, they come when you
Yeah,
least,
that's what the
least
reference is.
expect it.
What are you doing, Tavish? Painting orcs? Or
Yep.
Yeah.
just looking at
First-
Soul Shatter
next
last
Well,
Right now, I'm
years-
looking at. I'm
We're
trying to see what I
certainly
can
not
do with my
playing
Night
them.
Lords. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't have a book. I don't have rules. So. Gotta wait.
You know the orc book's out, eh?
Yeah, I don't have models.
Oh,
Painted.
you can play your other 2 armies that have books too,
That is true. Wait, 2.
or you could just play.
Oh yeah, 2. Fuck me. Yeah, I don't know. I could. These are valid suggestions.
You're running out of excuses.
There's this phone app called War Organ.
Jesus.
That one has all the books and stuff in it. So, and it kind of functions the same way as the GW app minus pictures.
War Organ?
Yeah.
Oh, I never heard of that one.
That's what I've been using to
Nice.
make Chaos Space Marine army lists because I'm infinitely bored at work all the time.
Oh, it's a list building app.
Yeah, and it has all the strats and stuff. I mean, what else do you need, right? Unless you want to read
No
more.
fair. Yeah, because I don't think New Recruit had.
Who the fuck wants to do that, right?
Yeah, New Recruit doesn't have the strategy.
Yeah, this one has the strats, detachments, all the points.
Ah, pretty good.
It's updated decently, like on time, fairly quickly.
Bird.
That is pretty good. Man.
Just has a kind of oddly phallic name.
Oh,
This is like Oregon.
I get it. Yeah.
I don't get it. Can you explain it to me?
Maybe when you're older.
I'm quite old.
Unfortunately. I'm also putting away little Votan for a little while until I see their book. Just not jiving.
Yep, no, Votan needs a detachment where they can exit the game early and go explore.
Then I
That's
could
the-
easily sell this to Mr. Army here.
I
Easily.
support this. I support this.
I would love to play that.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
You just put your models on the table, and then you don't do anything, and then you just go straight to turn 5, and then you see who had the most points.
What's up, Donzilla? What's up? Donzilla's in chat. Donzilla's a good
Yeah,
dude.
what's Don Johnzilla?
Yeah. It's like Godzilla.
Yeah. I just watched -1 last week.
Ooh,
How'd you like it?
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
It's very likable.
Yeah. Have you been walking around like that, Godzilla? Around your house?
I walk around like that Godzilla all my life.
No, fair enough.
One would say I'm a large lad.
It's a
Yeah,
good
no.
film.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. There's some aspects of it I was like kind of laughing at, but gets into spoilery territory.
True. True that.
Yeah, the beginning was kind of sketchy. Me.
Yeah, it was the beginning.
It won me over.
Yeah, I mean the first half. Army, did you say what you were working on? Oh yeah, warp talents for the rest of your life.
I'm also working on a sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
Oh, sorcerer tech.
Terminator sorcerer.
Oh, never mind. I know
I'll
what
be
that's
joining you shortly. Maybe we'll see if there's time.
+1 AP. Baby!
Plus
Yeah,
1 AP.
That's for babies.
You're a baby. I printed all of the shin pads. I'm just checking out what I like now.
Nice.
Like, how many scales is too many scales, you know?
That's true. You do have that kind of.
Well, the new sorcerer is, like, the new Terminator sorcerer is a very nice model already, so it's like, how much do I
The
change
new
it, you know?
Terminator Sorcerer.
Sorry, the Terminator librarian.
Oh, the Leviathan guy. Yeah, he's super good.
Yeah.
Super good model.
Sorry, I forget that not everybody goes both ways.
I do definitely let the record show, but they have different names, dude. Different names. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, potato.
No,
Tomato.
not
So,
the same.
Don't
tomato.
shoot mine bullets, bro.
They're very different, though. Very different. One does bonus AP. The other just. What does the other
Does
one
nothing.
do? Yeah. Yeah, I was just gonna ask. What does the other one
Gives
do?
you a feel no pain against mortal wounds.
Oh, so good. That's just as good.
I'm really glad that all these guys fit here.
All these guys fit here. Oh, your Grey Knights?
My Vocan fit in where I was storing my Grey Knights.
Nice. It's because they're short, just like your Grey Knights.
Sadly, yeah. Yeah, very sadly that is accurate. I mean, I bought this case originally for the Grey Knights because I knew it would fit what I wanted to play. Now, not so much. Now, I'm like, if I ever bought like a fucking Land Raider or Storm Raven, I think I'd be fucked.
Storm Ravens are not long for this world.
Yeah. Well, then I will avoid that.
I would not recommend you buy one.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Who do we appreciate? Army.
He stinks. And he doesn't do his taxes.
Don't out him like that. Jeez. Jeez. Keep that on the down low.
The IRS. They're coming for you.
I did not realize that these shin pads had.
The IRS is coming for you. Well, I'm sorry to be the bearer. I have so many extra Grey Knights from. I'm just gonna say Jordan because he didn't have an anagram or a nickname or whatever.
Mm-hmm. He got into Grey Knights once upon a time.
Yeah, like before I got into them. He's like, "Do you want these?" I'm like, "Sure." And he's like, I don't know, like X number of dollars. And I'm like, I don't want to pay that. Do you want these Space Marines? So I just gave him Space Marines.
Well, I will tell you a funny story about how Jordan acquired those Grey Knights.
Oh, really?
Oh, fuck.
So,
You?
nope.
Oh.
So a guy comes into Koros when it was Koros.
Yeah.
And was like, "Yo, I don't play Warhammer anymore. Give these to people who play Warhammer." And he gave the previous owner Grey Knights, bunch of upgrade sprues, decals, Forge World stuff.
Wow.
And
Wow.
Mr. Corso came upstairs and he's like, "Yo, this guy just said, hey, give this to the guys playing." And we were there. And Jordan took the Grey Knights. He got those for free.
Oh, well,
Oh.
I guess I got scammerinoed.
He got swindled.
Well,
So,
that's okay. You know what? It's okay.
It's okay.
You didn't get scammed, just,
No, I don't think I got...
No, I wouldn't say that either. It was just.
he's under no obligation to,
Oh, yeah, pay it forward like that guy with the...
You should.
I'm trying to do something! You see that skit with Buddy? Like, he orders like 300 of one thing.
Oh, I love
But he does the pay it forward thing.
it. Yeah.
I'm not paying for that. You have to! Yeah, that's sick. There's so many spear. That is part of the problem that I'm having right now with now that all the Nemesis weapons are the same. Is like I have so many spear guys, like just so many, and like I like the spears, but like I don't know. I would probably denote some units better if like they had like specific war gear. Like I always looked at like the dual falchions, like the two smaller swords as like the Inceptor's weapon, like the fast moving guys. I always looked at like the spear as for like I don't know the strikes, and then swords for like the purifier because Crow uses a sword.
Yeah, that makes more sense, and it probably would have been that way. But I guess once they release the product and that initial precedent is set, they can't. They're stuck, you know.
Go back.
Yeah, they're stuck. All of them having all the same options, and you can't tell which one from which. Because the way you describe it would help.
So bad. It's so bad. Like, how many? Like, if you don't go out of your way to like paint a Grey Knight model a little bit different, they're like they are virtually the same model. Like they are. There's no difference. And I don't care who says what. Paladin and Terminator, the only thing is that book on their head. It's pathetic. I love Grey Knights, but like, it's just sad that like I have to like really go out of my way to like denote the models, or else you're just gonna look at it and be like, I don't know what this is. They all look the same.
I think you're doing the right thing. You're going about it the right way, trying to make it easier, right? It'd be like if every Primaris intercessor, like Mark 10 Tacticus guy, could have all the options of every other one. You'd be like, what is this? Intercessors, or just they all took the plasma guns, right? Or they all took the flamers. Yeah, it's not especially for the ill-informed, right?
Yeah, because especially when you're like playing a game too, and like let's say like I explained it at the beginning of the game before we start, and then you start moving, and then like the game goes on, and you try and set up something, thinking that it's one thing, but it's like, oh shit, it's the same fucking model, and you're in out of position, and you can't backtrack that many turns.
Mhm.
Like if it's like turn 2, and you're like, oh, I'm going after those purifiers, and like, oh no, those are just strikes. You'd be like, fuck.
Oh yeah, big piss off. You've committed down a path. There's no return. Unless you could teleport with your psychic powers.
Yeah.
But that is no longer an option for everybody, right?
No.
The Gate of Infinity is not so infinite.
No, not anymore. I mean, their new ability is basically 3 units get the Gate of Infinity.
That's pretty
Thanks.
sick.
I think Thanos stole that, didn't he?
Thanos, yeah.
Maybe. Maybe he did.
Yeah. No, I'll probably turn these guys into the purifiers, and then Crow as a unit, and then I can finally paint Crow because I've not painted him. Everything's all fucking silver anyway. It's just like silver and gold trim.
Oh, gold trim. Army loves gold trim.
But I definitely don't have as much gold trim as he does.
Are you trying to trigger me?
I'm trying to help you out because you're doing silver trim right now, right? So talking about your first hated foe, gold trim, will help you appreciate the situation you currently find yourself in. I'm just thinking about you.
You're so fucking helpful.
I got you. I got you. Don't worry.
Yeah, all of these like Justicar guys just have staffs. Like every single one of them. I don't actually know if I have enough. I'm gonna have to look and see if I have enough bits for this shit.
I think you used to, but you threw them out.
Yeah, it's a low blow, dude. Oh, jeez.
You know, as I walked away and I heard that, I'm like, I walked right into that. Well, fuck you. No, well, Grey Knight stuff I have all the bits for. Ever since somebody cried to me, like, why would you do that? Why? What? It's like you killed a puppy. Oh yeah, I have enough bits.
Gnome away from home and waffles. What are up? What's up, guys? What's up? We're just chilling. We're just chilling. What's chat working on? That's what I want to know.
Chat.
Hope chat's joining us in the hobby camaraderie here. Is anyone else in Warp Talon jail?
Oh. I've opted for green claws.
Hey, I think that's a good choice. I think that's an excellent choice. Contrasts, but not too much, you know. Not too loud like an orange or something.
Yeah, I am, the lighter green I've chosen. I tried like a, not a dark green, but a mid green, and I opted for, I'm using Striking Scorpion green.
It's pretty cool.
The contrast
yellowish,
over
right?
metallic. Let's say more of like a lime green. When you use the contrast over metallics, it maintains that metallic look.
Yes. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna just try and stipple this rhino darker, you know? Just kind of add some variance. with the stipply action. We'll see how it goes. Definitely have to clean up these trims, though.
What'd you think of that Chaos Land Raider? Did you like the? Did you like the tracks?
I didn't get a good look at it, to be honest with you. Whose army was that?
I don't know. Was that Nova Open? It was one of the prizes.
Oh, the one you sent me. Yeah, no, that was sick. That was sick. I did like those tracks a lot. I thought you were talking about something else. Never mind. Never mind. Disregard. I shouldn't have even said anything.
Are you being a bully?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Probably, eh?
No.
Oh,
that
does
is
somebody have a
rude.
poopy?
That is rude of you to
looking?
assume. You know what? That reflects
Probably
more on
hobby
you.
shaming somebody.
It reflects
Classic.
Oh my
worse
God.
on you than it does on me. Okay.
Classic.
The fact you would even assume that of me.
Classic hobby shame by
No,
Kiefer
this
over
is
here.
this is entrapment because I thought you were referencing that.
That's entrapment.
That's what this is.
Oh, you don't have an art degree to paint your Warhammer models? You scrub.
Wow.
Uh,
That's despicable, you know?
I would not.
Look at this
support
guy.
such behavior.
He didn't use light theory before painting his model.
Light theory. I'm just making up words. Light
He didn't have a
theory.
color wheel. What a
Oh, color wheel. Such science. Such science. The color wheel. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, he used the warm color with a cool color. What an idiot.
Wow. He didn't thin his paint down enough. Look how streaky it is. It looks like shit.
Chat, this is what we put up with on a weekly
This-
basis off call. This is the
Sometimes
real
daily.
Kiefer.
This is all poppycock.
The real
This is
Kiefer.
hogwash. That's what this is.
He's a
I'll have you
shamer.
know, just yesterday, it was Army who was hobby shaming people. Jeez. In IRL, like, it's crazy. Don't put this on.
What? That doesn't sound like me.
Rebuttal?
His ugly side came out. You know how he gets. So somebody walked up to my game while I was playing, and they're like, "Wow, I really like the clear bases." And I looked over at Kiefer, and I'm like,
Oh
"You hear
my
that?" With a little
God.
smirk on my face. You could just see him just
It's
rotting
crazy.
inside.
I can't help it. I can't fucking help it, man. These
Either.
people, you know what it is?
He got
It's
so salty.
it's
He's
novelty.
like, maybe you
It's
can compliment people who actually finish their bases.
Yeah, I did say it. I did say it. I couldn't help myself. Look, some people need to know the truth because they're not aware. They're not aware.
Was this a random?
No, this is this was
A guy from the group.
a guy from the group.
Okay.
Yeah, you,
Yeah.
I'll tell you off
But-
camera or
yeah.
off stream. But
But,
it's like people need to know, man, because I don't think they're aware that they're engaging in such behavior, like it, or the absurdity of it. Because it's not bad. Look, it's not morally
I'm trying
bad.
again.
It's not. It's not a bad, admonishable behavior, but it's absurd, man. On the face of it, you're gonna compliment this guy who has clear bases, but you ignore everyone who does their bases. It's crazy to me. It's like it's so weird, man. Like, what's that
I love
about?
it.
I just feel like
I
it's someone
love
who
it.
doesn't do any hobbying.
I love it.
Whack.
It is whack. It's crazy.
It happens
I don't think so.
all the time.
It does.
It's, people don't see it. That's why. So when they see the clear bases, they're surprised.
100%. I think it's similar to the color shift effect. Where they see that.
It's kind of similar to somebody who's blind.
Yeah. And I get it. Because, like, I felt, I don't know, so it's such a dramatic turn of phrase, right? But to say, like, I was mesmerized by the color shift as well, right? The allure. It's just, it's so unique and eye-catching that you just can't help but ogle, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's the same sort of thing. But at least with that, it's painted. Jeez. At least you did something, you know?
Hey, I did something. I purchased it.
Oh,
I
true.
waited for it to arrive in the mail.
That is true.
I had to use foam cases forever because of it.
Wow.
But all that's behind me.
Oh, I tried out
but
those
yeah.
slot trays.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they fit. They're good.
beautiful.
Very cool.
And you put magnets in them.
No, I was wondering, do you have to inset the magnets, or could you just put magnets on the bottom?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with just, having them. You add like a few millimeters of height. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. I think you could do it however you want. Yeah, no reason why not.
I have to get I have like these old GW clippers that I use for like abusive tasks, and
Yeah.
I have to use those to remove the magnets that are already on bases.
It's funny that. Remember how much those things cost?
Oh yeah, but at this point, like the God Hand snips I have they're better and
Way
more
better,
cheaper.
yeah.
So might as well just use the GW ones. At least they're not gonna break under pressure.
I broke mine.
Did you?
Yeah, I broke mine. They exploded. And they were years and years old, but I broke mine. Abusing them, like cutting big chunks of resin or something. They snapped.
Damn, you must be.
So I
strong.
bought the army painter ones are quite robust. So I bought them with the purpose of abuse.
Gotcha.
And I think they were only like $13 or something.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
A quarter of GW clippers.
Those GW clippers were an insane amount of money when they came out. I got mine actually used. Like I bought this lot. It came with a full set of paint and this, that, and the other thing, and I split it between my brother and a buddy. And one of the things I kept was the clippers, because
That's a win.
well, they were stupid, weren't they? Like $50-$60.
I think they were like 40 at least. I remember 40,
Yeah.
but it could be maybe now.
I don't remember.
Version?
Semantics aside, it's like $30 more than what they should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the Games Workshop Citadel tools were just a stupid amount of money.
Yeah.
Well, they probably still are, but I don't know. I don't buy them.
That's for the best.
I heard Tavish buys them. He's a sucker. GW fanboy.
Yeah.
100%.
He's like, man, I have to use the official tools.
Yeah, so I buy all the codexes.
All models official. None of this Artel W garbage.
Yeah,
Yo,
I'm definitely not looking at
our most
RTW models.
favorite, our favorite Ultramarine is for taking a foray to the dark side.
Whoa, get the actual science out of here.
Yeah.
Did he message you for those shoulder pads?
Shut
No.
your mouth. What is he playing? Like what one?
Iron
Black
Warriors.
Legion?
Oh,
Word Bearer?
How funny would have that been?
No, Iron
If he
Warriors.
had gone Black Legion. Yeah, no, Iron Warriors.
I was surprised,
Oh.
honestly. I didn't expect Iron Warriors.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I definitely would have expected Black Legion.
Yeah, I thought it would have been Black Legion or Word Bearers, to be honest.
Yeah, I want whatever's on the box.
Yeah.
You give it a
Yo,
reasoning?
you want me to blow your mind again?
Please.
Old Melonhead?
Yeah?
He won his game on Sunday.
Whoa, against who?
Oh, yes, against me.
Oh, you're the worst person ever.
Yeah, no, I'll
My
take that
God.
reason.
I set you up.
For
I
failing?
set me up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I set me up.
How did you lose, though? Did you, forget to bring models, or
No, it's,
did you forget your brain?
no, well, if you're implying, did I make mistakes? Yes, that is how I lost. That's how most people lose their games. Yeah, I made 2 pretty grievous errors, plus a stress test with the
Oh my god! Did he offer to give you pointers afterwards?
No. It wasn't the case. But I wanted to stress test the homebrew detachment's feel no pain enhancement for the Master of Possession.
Oh yeah.
So I threw them out there, and on my turn, killed Gilliman, but he got back up, and then on the next turn, and I mean, I thought it'd be an interesting test, but I don't think Gilliman overperformed. I think it was probably average, but I was surprised. So in the moment, I was kind of taken aback, like, oh shit, Gilliman just mopped the floor with like 6 out of the 10 possessed, and then I'm not gonna blame the dice. Like I'm eating the loss on tactics because there were like 2 mistakes that were just aside from what I just described, aside from that experiment for the enhancement, that were just like on me 100%.
I'm only kidding.
Oh, I know you. It's it was an interesting game.
It's all like, listen, you got to get them 50 games in somehow. 50 play tests.
50 play tests.
And then we gotta do another 50 play tests right afterwards, because we are cooking with a new detachment.
Oh yeah, the new detachment. Yeah.
New detachment. Listen, we're Army Tavish.
Yeah.
Hear this. Listen to this.
Hang on, let me sit down.
Sit down. Clench.
Buckle up.
Clench.
Uh-oh.
Take a sip. We're gonna make a word bearer supplement.
Can we call it?
What are you gonna call it?
What do you have in mind?
Nothing. It's okay.
Well, now you have to say it.
Nah, it wasn't as funny as I thought in my head.
You know what? It's probably funnier for you to just say listen and then say nothing. No, we were like hashing out some ideas, and honestly, when you and I were talking about it, just really jived.
I think it's very interesting. I have some thoughts I'll send to you after the stream.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's real neat, especially with especially with like how GSC and sisters are
I
set
will
up
just
right
be
now.
a complete troll and of no help.
Well, that's what you always are.
Yeah. I'm consistent.
Yeah, that's why I'm proud of you. So I have a lot of Grey Knight bits, but I don't think I have any Grey Knight heads, like helmets. I may actually have to use like bare heads, and I don't like that.
3D print yourself some.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. Actually, there's probably some basically like spot on.
I'm sure
3D
there has to be.
printed ones.
Such
I
a
guarantee
popular
it.
faction.
Is it really that popular?
I feel like they are popular.
Wasn't
enough.
7th.
Maybe once upon a time.
I feel like enough to get heads. Do you know what I mean? There's gotta be someone making some helmet packs.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Okay, well, these guys are going to be bareheaded for a little while, or
It's
nothing in the socket, I should say.
All right. Warp Talon claws are done except for the guys with the different claws.
Whoa, what's up with their claws?
Like so, there's a guy with the fork claw. Like 3 of them have like cool Wolverine fingers, right?
Oh
Like
yeah,
Freddy
yeah.
Krueger, right?
And then one of them has like these weird fork claws.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
And then one has like they think they're bone claws.
That guy's
The original Wolverine. So I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with those.
Oh, that's a path you're gonna have to cross.
Can I buy those freaking Night Lords yet?
No.
Those
No,
kill team
bro.
ones?
6 months.
No, the last week's pre-order, I think, featured the Orc Big Mech and Custodes. So you gotta use that as your time scale for the next release you're looking for. Maybe, and that may, there's no guarantee, right? Give you some
Yeah,
insight.
next May.
Jesus.
It's not gonna be
wow.
that bad. Okay, it's I don't think it'll be that bad.
You're laughing. I'm not laughing.
You'll get them when the new Obliterator kit comes out separately.
Oh God.
I don't know, they'll be in a box set together.
The multi-pose obliterator.
Yeah, they'll be sold in a pack of 3, and then all of a sudden they'll be able to be taken in 3s again. It's so stupid.
Imagine.
Well, I think so, honestly.
Not
It's all
hard.
based on how products sold, right? It makes me cringe. Like, oh, God.
Real talk. Why did that never get a separate release?
I don't know.
Because
So
how
weird.
else are they gonna sell Venom crawlers?
The crawlers are good.
Venom crawlers are nasty right now.
If you make the rules good, I guess people will buy it regardless.
Venom crawlers were not nasty prior.
they've been good in 10. Yeah.
When did they come out? In 9th?
Yeah.
8th.
I don't think they were good in
they
9th.
weren't.
Shadow Spear, bro. Shadow Spear. It's all from
That
Shadow
was
Spear.
9.
Nope. That was CSM Codex 2.0 in air quotes for 8th edition.
You are correct. I stand corrected.
Yeah, I'm something of a Warhammer historian, okay?
Wow. Don't even at him, you know?
Yeah, I'm always right except for when I'm
Yeah, and then when that happens, shut up.
wrong. Pretty much.
Just haters. Nothing but haters.
Whomst has my hand drill?
Or me.
I probably lent it to Kuiper, and he didn't get it back.
Just because of
didn't-
those rollers, eh? Never forgets. Never forgets. Just
I
that
had my
one
tentacle
time.
roller for 2 years.
Yeah. Just
I need it!
He didn't even need it. He just wanted it back. He was so selfish.
I
Well,
use it all the time.
Yeah, I just kept forgetting to bring it. It was
You
helpful,
liked
though.
it.
I did like it. It's a good, useful product, and I appreciate the
Green
borrow.
Stuff World. You can purchase one.
I could. But I don't need it.
not anymore. Sucker. I also have a tentacle maker. You also could have just taken.
Ah, good to know. I don't foresee any.
I don't whine about it as much as Mr. Army.
2 years.
Yeah. Honestly,
Jesus.
he could have had mine up until now, and I still wouldn't even give a shit.
I use it all the time.
Yeah, it's because you're a chaos fanatic.
Just like be tentacling, you know?
Tentaculing.
Yeah.
You just need it for the OCD of not wasting green stuff, but it's still wasted because you don't use them, right?
Listen, you don't know what I do with my extra green stuff, okay?
You put it in the fridge. You
Sometimes.
have like a big booger in
Sometimes
your
I put it
fridge.
in. Sometimes I put it in the freezer, and then the next time I make new stuff, and then I go to put my extra stuff in the freezer, and then I find the stuff I put there the last time.
Does that putting it in the freezer? Does that do anything?
Yeah.
A little bit, but it doesn't last forever. But it does.
No,
it
but
does work.
it'll last a while, quite a
Yeah.
while. I pulled stuff out after weeks and used it.
My God.
Oh, fair enough.
Yep.
Well then, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. We learn stuff here. Always
Yeah.
be learning new stuff.
I need to see if I have the arms for the incinerator.
Incinerator. That is a flame type weapon.
That is a flame type weapon.
A psychic flamer.
I actually don't think it's psychic keyworded.
It's like a silencer, psychic.
That is a psychic, like, ranged weapon. I wish it was a little better. It used to be pretty good.
It's like the rotary gun, right?
Yeah, it is a rotary gun. It's silly. Like, basically, the Psy Cannon has always been, like, the go-to Grey Knight range weapon. Other than, like, a Stormbolter. And the Silencer has always just been, like a bastard. But it's okay. 6 shots, sustained 1, 24-inch range, strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage.
Yeah, I like that better. I like when
AP
those
0.
rotary guns have sustained. Why do the Space Marine rotary guns have devastating wounds? It's so weird.
Because it's supposed to be like rending.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what they used to have. They used to have like a rend ability. Like in the past, they had the rending USR, which was you rolled a 6 to wound. It was AP 3, so it like shredded Space Marine armor. And then like later down the road, it just rending became just an auto wound, no matter what. Because Genestealers used to have rending on their claws.
I remember that, but
yeah, and then now I don't know. It's just that's I guess the reason why they put devastating wounds is it's like a similar
but not
rending.
on the other rotary weapons.
Well, mostly I'm just thinking of like the assault cannon. Like
Oh yeah, no,
the assault.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking of too.
Yeah, just not on the chaos counterpart.
Yeah,
What do they have?
Nothing.
They don't even have sustained.
Nope.
you'd think so.
Oh. They have 8 shots or more.
8.
Okay.
AP strength 5, AP 0.
So my gun might get the same amount or more, depending, but probably only 1, so it'd go to 7. No AP though. And then the incinerator is just strength 6, AP 1, 1 damage, D6.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a better flamer. It's kind of like a heavy flamer with a 2 damage, I guess. Is a heavy flamer strength 6?
No, I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. I actually don't know the profile of a heavy flamer.
Oh, here's a flavor
I know.
question for you, actually. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it.
If you happen to know, because I know you perused the sisters stuff, did the strength of their flamers go down, or are they still base strength 5, the Minstorm flamer, or whatever they call it?
I didn't see it. I didn't see any profiles. I just read
Okay.
like the
Fair
rules.
enough. Yeah, it's a bit of a
Yeah,
stretch. I thought I'd ask though.
Yeah,
No
that's fine.
worries. No worries.
Yeah, like all profile stuff. I didn't look at any of it. I just read detachment stuff. I guess we can talk about that for the next hour.
Because I saw that one sister's detachment that's essentially just like Salamander's detachment, and I was like, but their flamers are already at the strength level of Salamander's flamers, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, so the flamers going back down, or not? Right?
No, I think they're the same,
So
and
they're
then
gonna
now
be
they're
strength 6 in that detachment. That's crazy.
yeah.
That's
With
the
assault.
creep. That's the creep, though.
Is a salamander one assault too?
Yeah,
Like you give it-
their trait is they get army-wide assault, and if you're within 12, +1 strength on those weapons.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's verbatim the same.
It's really funny. So like sisters look very strong, and the Genestealer cult not so much, depending on like points and stuff. Well, even with the points, it's still kind of meh. There's nothing really exciting.
Yeah, mechanically at least, right?
Yeah, so like you remember how like excited and pumped I was for orcs, and that's because all of their detachments are unique, and in my viewpoint, have teeth to stand against everything. Like if you,
I thought you'd be pumped for the dirt bike gang detachment.
it's the only detachment I probably would play. But it still doesn't do anything that
I was waiting for the meme.
the dirt bike dream. I mean, that's all you would play as GSC is.
She's running all right.
So yeah, 3 units of maxed out dirt bikes in that unit or in that army. But what is it like? It's not like I don't look at it as that good unless like their points are super drastic because like they're not that tough. They're not that survivable. You still got to slam like a 5-up to bring them back. So it's like it just doesn't look very good. Like the idea that you're just like slamming 5s and 6s in this army and it's gonna be like a force to be reckoned with. But then like every other game you just don't, and then it's like what you're fucking shitty guardsman army. That's what you're playing, like a really shitty guardsman army.
1,000 points of Brood Brothers.
So I that
Thanks, man. That's so lame.
Rereading that detachment is probably the stronger one, like that specific one.
Oh, seeing all the mechanics in total.
Yeah, so they have a lot of stratagems that really pair well with the other Brood Brothers, and the one that I think is interesting is the one that lets you shoot into an already locked combat with your basically Astra Militarum side of it.
That is cool. I like those kind of interactions, but
It's expensive though. It's like a 2 CP thing. But everything about that whole book is just like things got shittier. Like stats got shittier. Abilities got shittier. So it all depends on like how good their points are.
so if
and even then,
oh, go ahead.
and even then, you don't have a very interesting faction. Like there's nothing that jumps out to me as somebody else might.
They have no direction, eh? Like,
Well, it's the sad part about it, right? So like,
Maybe,
to be honest, I'll just be quick with this. Even the sisters one is not that interesting to me. Like, so the 4 detachments that the sisters have are also not interesting. They're strong. They're very strong, but they're boring. But then you look at things like the Chaos Space Marine one. Some detachments not so much compared to the other, but the Chaos Space Marine one has really good ones. The Orc one is, in my opinion, is the best. That's the best book that they have ever made for orcs. I don't care about like 5th edition biker spam, like not biker spam. I don't care about fucking 8th or 9th edition buggy spam or whatever. I don't care about like Gazgul and a brick of fucking 20 boys or 30 boys that get a fucking 5-up invul save during like 4th edition. This is the most like thematic book that orcs have ever had. This specific one, because it is literally every detachment is a clan from the orcs, and they themed up really, really nicely with every single one of them. And they
you
are.
hear that, Tabby?
Yes.
Well, it's even better than like like the last couple of books where they have clan rules. Like there were just hit or miss ones, right? Like Goths were okay. Like it was like a threat level saturation melee army. That's okay. Death Skulls were like the go-to every single time with like because they had OBSEC. Well, they had basically had a billion detachment rules, right? They had 1 free reroll. They had OBSEC on like everything. They had some other fucking rule too. The Orc one is just really, really well done this time around, and it's just the Sisters one is strong, but it's boring, and the GSC one is boring and not strong, and the Custodes one is shit. Like it's boring.
At least
and
with the Sisters though, they've got a feel for them now. You know, they've got their dice. They do their thing, and
Yeah,
they all.
you know what I mean? Whereas like
in that
like
regard.
Yeah.
like they just yeah
Where before they
That's-
had a real strong identity with the blips in their deployment.
yeah you know
Yeah. Like the Sisters Miracle idea doesn't change across all 3 or all 4 detachments. You always have miracle dice. Just one of them gives you more, and then the other one is a flavor of flamethrower based weaponry or like short range weaponry. The other one is melee based weaponry, and then the index is the Armored Lady one. All of them do the same thing, other than I would say the Penitent one, which is strictly a melee focused detachment. But that's boring to me. Like there's nothing outside of that compared to the Orc one. Bringing Dread Mob like makes your entire faction look completely different than the Speedwog. Your Speedwog is now a bunch of bikers, bunch of fucking tanks, buggies, all that stuff. Compared to, oh, let's look at the next one, Beast Snaggas. Now you got a bunch of Snagga boys. You got the big friggin' hauler rig thing. You got Beast Boss. Oh, now we're in Green Tide. You have 1,000 Orc boys. Oh, let's look at this Bully Boys. Now you're a hyper elite army. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right. No, yeah, 100%. So those distinctions seem to be present in the GSC detachments, but the detachments themselves are just uninspired mechanically, is what you're saying?
In the detachments, the only one that's like kind of different is the Brood Brother one.
Well, yeah. Well, they have those distinctive categories, and that you have your nomadic one, you have your monster mash one, you have your generic planning one, right? So like because GSC has a range very flavorfully divided, like the Orcs, but I'm just curious as to why it's not as
I don't think
good.
I don't think it's as like fleshed out and divided as like what you think, because those models will still function in the other detachments like the same. Like the only saving grace is maybe the Biosanctic Brood one, which just makes Aberrants and Genestealers hit like a little harder, like they get a little bit more attacks, but you're getting one extra attack on those specific models, where I can still bring Aberrants and the Bikers in the Aberrants and the Genestealers in the Biker detachment, and their like damage output is not that far off. Whereas like I'm saying, like it's dramatic with the Orc one.
Okay,
like
that makes sense to me. I understand.
It's so much more dramatic. Like bringing the Orc boy horde is way different than if you brought 20 Orc boys in the Beast Snagga one. Like so, it's dramatically different.
Because I haven't taken a look at the preview stuff for the GC Codex. I'm more speaking to just like the way the detachments are kind of intended to be unique and divided, but it seems, as you're pointing out, that it's a failure in execution compared to the Orcs.
Yeah, they're like that's the Orc book is what I think all books should be. That's how, because you and I have spoken about thematic theme building is like if you can blend that with competitive like points and rules, along with it's really pushing the envelope of like this is the theme of the army, right? Like look, the Alpha Legion rule in the Chaos book is very thematic for an Alpha Legion style army.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the strongest? Maybe not. It's strong into certain armies. It's not so strong into others, but its theme is very, very good. If you could just make the competitive side of the rules that go with that, perfect. It'd be perfect. But then you look at things like how like the Custodes book is, and how the Genestealer cult book is, and even the Sisters of Battle one, which the Sisters of Battle one is very competitive and very strong, but the theme is not really there, other than the Miracle Dice. But the Miracle Dice are in all four factions, or all four
that's
detachments.
their army rule, so they can lean.
You just have one detachment that is like pushes it a little more, and then you have another detachment that's a little more melee focused with the Penitent. But that's about like the only one that I would say.
Yeah, well, when you think of the Sisters range, they have the classic witch hunting Sisters of Battle lane. Then you have a lane for your penitent, like the punished, the ones who need to redeem themselves, right?
Yeah.
That lane with your mortifiers and your repentias and all of that. And then what other lane is there? Like Nundums. That's all that comes to my mind. And that's like not enough. You know what I mean? That's 2 units. Like, well, Morven Vol and 1 unit, right? Because I think
Sisters and GSC have a real gripe, and like it's kind of similar with like Space Marines, that there are too many characters. Like the half the book is characters. There's actually not that many units in these books. Space Marines, they have enough units, but they too also have like way too many fucking characters. It's it's to the point where you don't have enough like models to make a theme. Like I look at things like when Eldar eventually get their book, what is their theme going to be? Is there going to be like a jet bike faction to be like same hand? Is there going to be a Rage Host one? Yeah, we all can kind of imagine that, right? But like, so the theme is kind of indicative of the model range, and it's hard to flesh that out, I guess. So I'm probably being overly harsh and critical to things like GSC, Custodes, AdMech. Like fucking none of them are. To tell me that there is a stealth AdMech faction, I would have told you what won. Well, like when did that happen? Like when did AdMech have like an espionage stealth faction where they get like -1 to hit or anything? Because that's a fucking detachment in their book. It's one of the better ones.
Yeah, like they had that. I can't remember what they're called. One of the Forge Worlds, right?
Sure, but like we can just fucking write off of a Forge World for anything at that point, and then you could have made something that was.
I'm not saying it's
a little bit nicer, like a little bit more like better for them. Honestly, we'll see how like because they said they're. My fingers are big up in quotations here, but like they're gonna fix AdMech.
What does that mean?
Yeah, like are you gonna give? So here's the thing that I wish I could kick up a fucking stink for. If AdMech gets fixed, and they make basically a full PDF rewrite of a bunch of shit in there, I don't ever want to buy another book. I will never buy another book if they do this.
Hey, join me.
Yeah, you and I can just play the game where we just make our own fucking rules. Like, it's fucking,
I didn't mean that, but okay.
I'm joking, but it's fucking pathetic if that is what their fix is. If they make like, and you know what? Not even a full rewrite. I'll still be fucking pissed off if it's like 2 or 3 pages of data sheets that they rewrite. Or whatever, right? Or like they wow, fucking it better be more than that because they need a lot of fucking help. You can't keep lowering their points on a faction that it costs more money than the points of their fucking models. Like you cannot fucking pay fucking whatever it is, $70, $80 for a fucking Dragoon that's 45 points.
Oh yeah, it's impractical and it's also stupid because AdMech should be an elite army, like principally. Right.
I played them,
I hate this idea that they're a horde army of augmented infantry. It doesn't make sense at all with esoteric lost technology. Like, get out of here.
When I played them, they were an elite army. A Skitarii Ranger unit was 5 dudes. It was 5 Scout Rangers. A Vanguard was the bigger unit. They had 10. When you ran Dragoons, they were individual Scout vehicles, kind of like a Sentinel. Like these are the things that like used to be, and they're just like, fuck it, we got to make like another. We just got to make like a horde. The only solution is to make them a horde, and it's just so fucking brutal because like, they're gorgeous models. Genestealer cults are in the same fucking problem too. Like their models are expensive as well.
Yeah, but principally they kind of better align to a horde army. I would think, right? On some units, you could go into different, like, all trucks or all, like, Monster Mash, you're getting more elite, right? Not Monster Mash. Yeah, what's their aberrants and such?
Muscle Beach!
Yeah. Yeah, those guys.
I like Muscle Beach. Like, I like aberrants in general as, like this 10-man kind... Well, they're not elite. They're expensive, like, points-wise, and not so much money-wise, but, like... I don't know. They just fit in this like void of like this brick unit that GSC just don't have. Like they're the toughest thing in the book, barring a vehicle, and they hit the hardest in melee across the board. There's nothing else that hits as hard as they do in melee. Even the Broodlord. Like, the Broodlord's only saving grace. It is embarrassing. He's a little better in the book now.
My heart goes out for the Broodlord. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, his only saving grace is he's got Twin Linked and he can fish for mortal wounds, but still, like an Aberrant, it's still... they did get nerfed, but they're Strength 7, AP 2, and 2 damage for every swing that they do. And they have, I want to say 2 attacks, but I mean in Biosanctic they get 3. So I don't know. When I even say that, when I say they get fucking 1 extra attack and they get fucking 3 attacks now, it's like, what is that? Like that's not even like.
Yeah, it's not good. Look, I took the Spartan out. Like I've been using the Spartan lately with the word bearers, and that's not like I'm just playing official data sheets, right? Regardless of my detachment, right? But you'd think 8 last cannons is like you're gonna wreck some shit.
You're dead.
No, it's still kind of underwhelming, to be honest with you. Like it's Spartan has, even with 8 last, like the 2 quad last cannons, you're still kind of like, it's so dicey, right? It's just the nature of a D6 system. So yeah, 3 attacks, like, oh, okay, well, do I have 40 guys swinging? That's my question.
Yeah,
To your
like
point.
it's not, when I say, oh, these models get, 1 extra attack per guy in the unit, and by the way, only if they successfully charge. If they are charged, they just lose it.
Why does it have a condition if it's such a basic doo-doo ability?
Yeah, their only other thing is they get +1 to charge for that faction, and that's great on Genestealers that have advance and charge, but I don't know. Genestealers are not that good.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you can... So wait, hold on. The GSC Army rule, that is, they're coming back, they roll when they die, if they come back or not, right? That's the Army rule now?
Yeah. That
You
is
say plus
the armor.
1?
Plus 1 to charge, yeah.
I made a 14-inch charge on Sunday.
Oh, with your cheaty thing?
Yeah. Dropped out warp
Very
tones
nice.
at a deep strike. Rolled an 11 +3. Felt
Very
good.
nice. No, that is good for you. I'm happy for you.
Thanks,
You
man.
still can't charge like outside of 12, right? Like you're still, yeah, okay. You just got like a ton of fucking like wrap around like movements.
Yeah. I think with 10 warp tones, I might stop dark pacting. Because
just to keep them clean and fresh.
well, you go in and you got 40 attacks, right? So you're gonna roll and you'll get, I don't know what, 6 sustained if you dark pack. But if you die, you lose 4. So, like,
oh yeah, that's true.
if you run the risk of losing 4 just to gain, 5 or 6.
That sounds like an Alpha Legion type calculus. You should do that. I approve of this choice.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me to make a dark pact right now, so I'm not going to. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. No dark pack today. Yeah, so I don't know. The books are, I don't know, they need new writers.
I wish they would say who's writing these books.
No,
They're
because
so afraid.
that person will be. Matt Ward has suffered for many years because his name was on many a bemoaned book.
Yeah, well, that's. They blame
yeah.
has to go somewhere, though, right?
Yeah.
There needs to be responsibility for shitty work. I'm sorry.
No, listen.
What do you
As
mean,
much as I'm
listen?
very listen. As much as I'm passionate about 40K and the models and the game itself and like the fairness of the rules and all that fucking shit, nobody deserves hate for a shitty book, and we should be voting with our dollar, not just fucking smiling and eating the turd that is 4 written works of
I
gaming
asked
literature.
you, why not both?
Why not both? Because you're right. you're right. Why not both?
I see your point. Like, I'm sure there were people who took the criticism and complaints and basically into hate speech, right? I'm sure that was the case, and I wouldn't ever push for that.
Yeah.
But I would
No, I know,
like to
I know
be
you're
able to
joking,
give
man.
criticism and allocate it to, you know, like it's so amorphous right now to say, oh, it's just GW, right?
Yeah, only recently did like GW even put like comments back on it, like their YouTube page,
I
right? Like,
noticed. I noticed.
yeah,
It's
like
crazy.
that was a forever no comments. We don't want to fucking hear shit. And then they're pretty. I don't know if they have like a bot or something like that, just like immediately like suspends or bans people in their Twitch, but they're also, you know, they have Twitch chat when they do their live thing, and it's clear that you see their moderation removing specific comments of specific things, and obviously the hate comments as well. Like, you don't really want that in a place of community, but
Yeah, that's fair.
it's really frustrating that there is not an open source of dialogue or forum that developers could, I don't know, utilize, but that is also a can of worms. I've been on many video game forums where there's a lot of diarrhea from the mouth or from their fingers typing that isn't very healthy. But then there are also open dialogues like what we're having right here, where it's like, hey, look, you did a really good job with the Green Boys. Their book is pretty sick, yo. It's pretty toy, and the rest of them not so much. So maybe you can keep your writer, but maybe ask for some pointers from the guy who did the orc book. Okay,
Yeah,
like
that's
like-
literally all it is, right?
yeah, maybe ask the orc guy. Be like, hey man, what would you do here? Because he's got some good things. He's got some good ideas, and I would like him to continue writing. I wish he did the Tyranid book, because the Tyranid book is kind of like it has that theme. It has that theme.
Yeah, it's
just data
divided.
sheets.
Yeah.
It's just data sheets. The data sheets are shit, and it's the problem with
The first
the
codex
nature
problem,
of
yeah.
First Codex. Yeah, like Space Marines also kind of had that problem. Like, but they have a more robust catalog of like models that like they can kind of, I don't know, ignore some of it. Like,
Yeah, and
yeah,
you can count on a few units to come out over the course of an edition for Space Marines that will be more to the sensibilities of the current meta at the time, right?
for sure.
I don't.
Yeah,
think
that's
all
where
guaranteed with Tyranids.
no, I can't. I can visually see now that Tyranids will be like relegated to like a team tournament, like in terms of competitive nature. If anybody out there likes Tyranids, I love Tyranids. I have many models of Tyranids.
Hey, we're not
They're-
haters of Tyranids here, okay?
Yeah, no, I mean you've got a High Fleet Gengar. I have just $10,000 worth of Tyranid models. Like it is what it is. But like
Tyranids are cool.
Tyranids are cool, but their rules are bad, and their rules will not be fixed unless, hey, if AdMech gets a little bump up in data sheet love, maybe Tyranids will, maybe.
It's possible.
Because their problem right now is just they don't kill anything. They're so bad at killing things. I can't feasibly like rely on anything in my army to fundamentally kill a tank, and in a meta of tanks, right? Like we can all agree that like
Oh, it's
tanks
Yeah,
tanks are
that was,
potent.
That was part of the challenge in my game yesterday. It's like the list I feel doesn't have a lot of, aside from the Spartan with the 8 last cannons, which is not the most reliable, despite the optics of how cool it looks. Yeah, when there's multiple high toughness targets, it is difficult to deal with. And I couldn't roll more than 4 on my last cannons or stupid Lord Discordant Melta Breath for the life of me. It's like every time it's like, oh, 2 wounds got through, 4 damage. Sick.
Amazing.
That's with the +1, mind you. This super low roll I got.
Just look at goodbye.
The best.
Goodbye,
Just
Mr.
the best.
Army.
Army dropped
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, maybe at a. Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's back. Welcome
muted?
back.
You're muted too long.
No, I'm having connection issues.
Oh, okay.
And you guys were cutting in and out, so I muted my mic because I didn't want to go all robot-y, but I was waiting for it to clear, and I tried a few things, but
Oh, okay.
we'll see how it goes.
No worries.
Yeah. There's some cool things, and like going back to like GSC stuff. Like, there's some cool ideas. Like, I like that the Keller morph is a little better. He was really good in the last edition, and then the Index came out, and he was really not good, really bad.
Is it
And
better
now
because of a detachment, or is it a datasheet buff?
it is a data sheet.
Nice.
Is he the
The cowboy.
gunslinger? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I liked him. I liked him in
Yes.
9.
So he gets a decent number of attacks with better AP. It's still 1 damage. But now he gets a reactive move, and being a lone op guy with reactive move is not bad. Means you're a little more sticky to get to. The Sanctus, the guy who is either a sniper rifle or a dagger, he's quite good. I've always liked the dagger one. I actually wasn't too fussed on the sniper rifle one. And the dagger one looks a lot better. He looks like a scalpel, kind of like a solitaire light, because he can have his preferred target, and he gets reroll hits and wounds, and his damage is 2 on his
That's
dagger.
nice. So you can
His little
go in,
biocentric dagger.
take out a key target. Yeah, those are the kind of tools you'd want in a GSC army, right?
They did make a unit that I thought was pretty bad before, much better, which is the hybrid metamorphs. They're like the acolytes that have like tyrannid limbs.
Yeah.
They have Feel No Pain, if I remember, and they didn't have that before. They used to have a weird fight on death. I don't remember reading if they still have that, but the Feel No Pain is very good, and they're eligible for a lot of characters to join their unit. One of them is the guy in the robes. Forget his name.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Obi-Wan, yeah. But yeah, you can put a Primus and that guy into the unit, and the guy in the robes always strikes first. And they have pretty good melee capabilities. They're like decent AP. I want to say they're only damage 1, but I might be wrong. It might be 2. It's the Locust. The Locust is the guy in the robes.
Yeah, my guess was wrong. I was like, Clamavis. You're talking
Clam-
about a clam. They have so many
Clamavis-
characters. God damn.
Yeah, Clamavis is the DJ. He's okay because he's got a 12-inch push people out of deep strike, which is always annoying. And he has like a targeted unit that's visible and make them take a battle shock test, which is not bad. The Nexos was the guy with the map thing on his base.
Oh, right.
He was pretty much auto-include every single time because he gave free...
Blips. Right?
No, he gives free stratagems.
That's pretty good.
He would
So-
make a stratagem free, battlefield-wide. Now he still does that, but it's only on battle tactics, and it's only on reducing the cost by 1 to a minimum of 0.
Oh, so no free, like... Oh, okay, fair enough.
No, so there's a couple of stratagems that are 2 CP, so he won't get it free. And I don't even know if those are battle tactics, so he might...
Does he let you use one again?
I don't remember reading that part, because everything I'm basing on is just, like, reading the Goonhammer articles, and it's however they want to, like, organize it, because they're not allowed to show the imagery of it, I guess.
Yeah, they just describe it or whatever.
Yeah. And same thing with, like, points. I think they're still not allowed to just, like, outright say points or anything like that. And mind you, the points will change. But, you know, the last couple of reviews that they did were like, we don't say points here. The rock grinder has, I guess, a more. To be honest, I liked his older ability, more so than what he currently has. But it's interesting. The rock grinder, which is the big drill tank, used to do mortals on the charge, kind of like a tank shock. But then you could also just do a tank shock, so you could like basically double up on it.
That's cool.
Now, yeah, kind of like the Brutalis. Now it's. He gets more attacks, and they're a little bit more potent. And when he's locked in combat, if you try and leave the combat, if you're like an infantry model, you take Desperate Escape on -1.
He's an old warp talent.
Yeah, so you might just die.
You might die.
The acolytes with the like rock saws and stuff, they kind of got nerfed. Their weapon is now just anti-vehicle 4, which realistically doesn't change anything about their like potency into vehicles. However, some vehicles, because they used to be strength 8, some vehicles with like a cheeky +1 to wound, you could have actually been wounding on 2s, like if they were like shitty vehicles. Now you're not doing that to like, so things like Dark Eldar Raiders, Scout Sentinels,
Paragon suits, battle suits, that stuff.
Exactly. So like and it was just a strength 8 AP2 2 damage weapon. So like you could have just went into like Space Marines. Now it doesn't do that. Now it's strength 5, so it's okay against Space Marines, but like I'm looking at things like orcs now. You can't really put that into like a knob because they're T6. So you're shittier into them, and that's like the anti-elite kind of weapon. And that's kind of really all I remember. Aberrants were nerfed, but I mean, as long as their points goes down, I think it'll be fine. The dirt bikes are sick. They got a little bit of a buff, but like the dirt bikes are still move around, do demo charges. They got stealth now.
They're revving all right.
Yeah, they're running all right. Honestly, if I was to run GSC, it would just be, however, it's 4 dirt bikes and a ATV. Max unit is 8 dirt bikes and 2 ATVs, so 10 bikes a unit. I'd run 30. Like I would just run 30, even outside of that Rusted Claw detachment. But yeah, they're pretty good. And their points are not bad either, even in the current one. So as long as they don't go up, and more likely they'll go down. The bomber lady. Oh, that was the other thing. Their big nerf was demo charges. Their demo charges are shit. They're like so bad now. Yeah, all demo charges across the board are just, they're less strength. They're only strength 9 now. They do less attacks. I want to say less damage, but either way, like the strength was like a big way that like Genestealing would pop tanks. Mining lasers also got nerfed for some fucking reason. They're not last cannons anymore. They're like only strength 9. Like they still have a last cannon style of profile, like they're AP 3 and D6 damage, but they're strength 9.
That's like a Meltagun, but even Meltaguns feel weak at strength 9.
I'd prefer Meltagun because of the AP, right?
Oh yeah, at least, right? At least it has that.
Yeah, AP is like the absolute fucking nut puncher in this edition. Like, because of for terrain, for cover is the most fucking abysmal fucking thing. Yeah, I get cover. I'm like fucking
I don't even
everywhere.
Everything like anytime. You think I get cover? I'm like, probably. Sure.
Yeah, no shit. It's like your whole ass body is out. Is just completely out there. Your fucking ass, your fucking dump truck is just touching the back end of that fucking piece that is blocking a little bit of it. Cover.
You can't see my left rear blinker.
You can't see my fucking right toenail or my left testicle. I get covered.
Look, those are the rules. All right.
I know it's the fucking
I'm
rules.
kidding.
It's
I don't.
fucking
I hate that argument, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Holy fuck! It's just so fucking stupid. It's the dumbest shit in the world. It's so like at no point is this both like visually appealing, like thematically, like in terms of like immersion. Like it's so stupid. Like I'm kind of picking on Sean here, but like it's like the Land Raider, right? Like the Land Raider is like,
Oh yeah.
it's so big.
Yep.
At no point do you tell me it has cover. It's the biggest model. It's a building. It's a building with tank treads.
I
And
don't
it's like,
think vehicles should get cover. Period.
no, I don't think so either. Maybe like a certain classification, but no, I just think vehicles in the past never got cover anyway, unless you were like
No.
ridiculously.
I
Well,
think
it's the classic Warhammer like RGW rules team like overcompensating from previous errors, right? It's like,
Yeah,
alright, vehicles died too easily last edition, which is true, and so we increase the toughness and decrease the AP and also give cover everywhere.
yeah.
And here we are.
This might not be a popular opinion, but my favorite version of cover was in like 5th edition down, which it was basically, or well, even 6th and 7th edition were like this too, but it was basically like an invulnerable save.
Ew.
But
I'm kidding.
hold on.
Continue. I
But
just had to jump in there.
it's an invulnerable save to ranged attacks, and it typically capped out at 4 with unique abilities. There were some armies, Dark Angels were one of them, that could make that a 3 or 2. That was egregious. But if you look at things like, it's a fucking invul save for like 5 up at most, then for infantry, again, like we were saying before, vehicles shouldn't get it. That's how it was in the past. Vehicles only got it if, I think it was like 3/4 of the model was completely covered. Like, you basically were behind the fucking wall.
Yeah, I don't want to go to that. No, I'm 3/4 in. No, you're not.
I don't think there's a good middle ground. You're probably right.
No, vehicles don't get cover.
Yeah, that's probably the only good middle ground, is like vehicles just don't get it, because like it's stupid. Like it's just fucking stupid, because like they're big. They're like just big.
Yeah.
In the idea of like what a vehicle is, they're not reactive enough to use cover. You don't fucking back that ass up or back the fucking wheels up to get into cover to avoid a shot. Like, a vehicle's not doing that.
Now let me throw this at you. How do you feel if the only way vehicles get cover is through the army abilities and stratagems that are accessible to particular detachments and factions? Does that
then how could I complain about that then? That's just like an ability, right?
Yeah, okay.
You could even not say it's cover. You can just say
Plus
my
one
vehicles
save,
in my
whatever,
my vehicles in my army have +1 save.
That would actually be better, because there's lots of guns that negate cover.
Sure, yeah.
Yep.
That's what smoke is for.
Yep, that's true. That's what it should
Yeah.
be for, right?
Yeah, I mean, remember when you would pop smoke and do nothing, right?
Rhino Rush, pop smoke, pop smoke, pop smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I'm perfectly okay with that. That's
uh,
kind of where I'm at on that one. But yeah, cover is just fucking egregious. It's
popping smoke needs to be like, I like it as a stratagem only because I despise the interaction in previous editions where I'm going second, the enemy's on the offense, and I can't pop smoke because I didn't go first, right? Like, it's stupid, right? So it needs to be eligible by either player, right?
Yeah.
Like this, once per battle, you can pop smoke, right? And then you do this, whether you're going first or if you want to, use it preemptively, you can too.
You do it, yeah.
Right, and then you pull off a hatch or something to signify your stupid smoke, right?
yeah. Finish my Terminators. Nicely done, Donzilla. Good job.
Hell yeah! Look at Donzilla crushing it.
Enjoy work.
Damn.
I hope it
What
not too
kind of
bad.
Terminators?
Probably not stinky chaos ones. Probably.
They
Why
are.
do they gotta
They are
stink?
chaos Terminators.
Damn it!
Are they Death Guard though? Then they do stink. Otherwise, they're fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Stinky.
I played against.
Okay, how was Death
What do
Guard
you have?
after having played them in so long?
I mean, newer player, right? I mean, I killed Mortarion rather easily. So
I
I
feel
mean,
like
that
new
was.
players should not be able to. They shouldn't be allowed to use Mortarion and Typhus. That's crazy.
Why?
Typhus,
I don't know,
Typhus,
it's too much. Too much power.
Typhus was
It's too
pretty
much.
good.
Too much power.
Typhus were pretty good.
You need to earn that power. Typhus is good, right?
Ah.
Yes. Good for Typhus. Good for Typhus and his scythe.
Yeah, he dumpstered like 6 warp talons on his own or something.
Oh shit.
He interrupted and killed 6 warp talons.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What a bad man.
What a Chad.
Mistakes. They were made.
Yeah, the idea that like I don't know, a strength 7, 2 damage, decent AP weapon could like go through Space Marine bodies is not a good thing, but it's all meta. It's all like your local meta, like kind of.
Yeah, I explained to him what my plan was. Like I'm gonna move block the shit out of you and not let you have any fun with your models. And I went first, and I did just that. So he was stuck. He never got past halfway point on the board, and so like I set up Legionnaires to move onto the middle objectives on any of them if he got them.
Yeah.
And so then, I scored my primary, and then he'd kill me off it, and I'd charge back on and kill whatever he put on it and take it back, and it worked. Vindicator is pretty sick when you roll 6 for shots every time it shoots.
Oh, I felt that on Sunday. Jeez.
Yeah, I had 10 shots with it.
I'm
really-
crazy.
I'm really good at the game when I roll 10 strength 14 shots.
That's true.
9 shots, 10 hits. I'm really good. Then I only wounded 4 times though. I didn't mean to do that.
Okay. I'll forgive you.
Just this one time.
Yeah. Warp Talons, 10 of them went in, killed 1 on the charge by myself, and then 9 of them killed 7 Plague Marines, and I thought that was pretty good.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
they vanished off the board. Poo-doo!
Just, I'm not even here anymore.
They came from behind.
Oh, sick Warcraft of a reference.
Yeah.
Wait, is it? No.
It's Star Wars, bro.
Oh, so Warcraft is referencing Star Wars.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You've
I was
seen
talking.
these
I was
days.
thought
talking
you
about
were
Dark.
cool for a
I was
bit.
talking about Dark Templar, which is StarCraft.
I don't know what these kids are talking about.
You literally play Blizzard games. You know what fucking
Yeah.
StarCraft is, you dildo.
No, I've never heard of it.
No, never met the guy.
Sounds made up.
Who's this? Oomst. Okay, well, I think I have all these purifiers ready. I found enough arms to make 4 flamethrower dudes.
Nice. See, it pays to hang on to those bits.
I would have just bought another box.
I know you would have. You're crazy. Just for the bits.
So I just listen. I don't like hanging on to stuff. It's just like a cancer, like just a yucky, cancerous thing on my person.
You're in the wrong hobby, bro.
I don't want to be a hoarder. I don't want to end up on one of those TV shows like you are.
Come into my house. What's wrong with this house? It's clean. Don't let them in the basement.
Well, nobody wants to go in the basement because it's full of fucking spiders.
Yeah, you're a savage. Though every time I visited you, it's like they're never there.
Well, I try and kill them.
Oh, thanks, man.
He goes fucking hunting, yo.
He goes hunting. We're having company.
Yeah. I put out a piece of ham. I just put it on the floor, wait for them to show up.
Disgusting.
Ham?
Piece of ham.
Goddamn.
Yeah, just like a little whole piece of ham right there. I just get rid of them right then and there. They're like, ooh.
Spiders want real food? Don't they like to eat?
The ones in Melon's house and want ham. That should tell you something.
Yeah. Ponyo wants ham. Yeah, no, they're fucked. I saw one yesterday. I saw him like come out from the insulation, and then I looked at him. I said, "Hey!" And he went back in the insulation.
Why is there so many spiders in your house?
I don't know, man. It's just,
Fucking Hagrid? You go
only for, I guess, arachnids, right? Well, I guess I have. There was one point I had.
You have
a lot of
griffins.
I had house centipedes, so like I had a lot of house centipedes down there. But I mean, they come with the territory. They have a name, house centipede, to begin with.
Yeah.
But then I was getting hornets in here,
Ew.
and I swear to God, it's because the insulation there is like cut open, so like they're just finding a way in. Like there's probably like a line or something where like the base of the basement and like the dirt and then the wood just all connect, and then like they probably just dug a fucking hole, so they're finding a way in. But I was getting pissed off because like I had tons of like cobwebs around, or like not cobwebs, but like full on like webs, and these fucking hornets are just like buzzing around them, and they never get fucking caught. And then I watched one of the hornets fucking kill one of the spiders. I'm like, you're useless. What do I fucking pay you for? I feed you ham, and you can't even fucking kill a couple hornets.
Man, you got National Geographic in your basement. You should fucking post this shit on Instagram.
Yeah, probably. Just useless. Tavish, useless. You know what else is useless? Fucking the Grey Knight Dread Knight sword. Like, why they gotta do this to me? All my Dread Knights had swords because I just like the look of them, and the fucking hammer is just better.
Oh, the Dread Knight doesn't have just like Dread Knight force weapon?
No, everything else in
Not
the
yet.
army is just, you know, Nemesis force weapon, but the Dread Knight has, and by the way, it has 3 weapon options. It has Nemesis Dread Fist, if you just don't want to use a fucking weapon, which why would you? The hammer, and the fucking sword. And one is dramatically better than the other. Like, and don't even get me started on the fist, because it is worse than the Nemesis swords on the infantry.
Is it in a Wraith Lord type paradigm? Like that?
Yes,
kind of
actually,
structure?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, same
Okay.
same
I
same
know
sort of
exactly
structure.
what you're talking about. Yeah, it's stupid. That's a shitty situation.
Yeah. Very, very annoying. That's
Lame. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's like you have one weapon that's just like the best for vehicles and monsters.
I just like the look of the sword.
Oh, the sword looks so good.
Yeah. The hammer's small and stupid.
The hammers are cool for paladins, but if you want that knight energy, I think you want the sword.
Yeah, that's a good point. Are you repainting the gun on that thing?
Yeah, it's like the wrong color of gray, and then I want to fix up the glow a little bit to make it more consistent.
Oh, because you've improved since
Yeah, so I'm
the last
repainting
time.
my own models. See,
Wow, we didn't even have to
walk the talk. Okay.
Wow, we don't even have to tell him. We don't even have to like get him to do that. He just does it on his own.
Yep. See, this
He
why,
feels shame.
This is why I'm able to tell you guys to repaint your models.
I mean, I don't
He-
like you doing that.
He feels shame.
I don't actually say it. You guys just come to that conclusion.
He feels the shame.
No, I don't. Why would I paint it on stream if I feel ashamed about it?
Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it?
That's what I've been told.
God bless.
You hear that, Tavish? Your models are all gone.
Huh?
Fuck! Huh?
All of them.
Who
Goddamn.
did this?
It's the rules. Said so by the What the 40K Council. Does everybody
Imagine if
concur?
we're- Oh
Hear,
man,
hear?
if we were making the rules, you banned.
Man, if I was making the rules, everybody would have a lot of fun.
Yeah, this game would be sick if we were making the rules.
Oh my god.
You guys have a blast.
Do you doubt? Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
No way. Don't even doubt.
You don't
I'd make
play test
sure-
your rules.
I'd make sure that Alpha Legion are so cultist focused that you would never play anything else. You'd be so happy.
What if kill teams were actually good, Army? Wouldn't that be
Yeah.
crazy? Oh my god.
What if?
I'm not falling for this.
I'm not trying to
You will not
initiate something
antagonize
here.
me.
I'm just trying to get you to be honest with your feelings.
What if I listen? The first thing I would do, the first thing that I would do for an Alpha Legion specific set of rules is I would make sure I'd give a fancy sniper rifle, give him to a Chaos Lord.
Feels
We
good.
used to have that.
Yep.
You did you still have that?
It is. It'd be a nice thing to have in an Alpha Legion detachment. That's for sure.
We
It is
got
harder
a precision
now.
weapon.
Do you?
Pretty sure it's melee only, but now I want to double check.
It is. It is. It's the stupid knife.
Yeah.
The Xenos.
There's always a stupid knife.
Yeah, and they went with the knife instead of the sword. Why? Or sorry, the knife instead of the gun. I don't know.
We used to have the blade of the Hydra.
Yeah, that was kind of neat. But if you only have 4 slots, like, come on. Come on, why are you choosing the knife over the sniper lord? Like, kills me.
Remember when
Seriously,
there
stop.
used to just always be a pistol in every codex?
Yeah.
Like a relic?
That was
Yeah, well,
nice.
because they
Everybody
have
got a
to
pistol.
fill those 16 relic slots or whatever, right? For each sub faction or whatever.
Yeah, they could not possibly come up with anything else. So they just it's like, well, at least we can get rid of one and put in a.
You know what's lamer than a pistol? When they gave each Spaceman chapter a bullet. Do you remember that?
Oh, that was okay.
The only good bullet was the Raven Guard one.
Yeah, they were kind of cool and sort of not like. I think I might have like dabbled with it for like list builds.
Is this where didn't we get stuck on Wanted when these bullets were?
It's so funny.
Kinda, yeah, actually.
It's like, this is my
Honestly,
special
if I had my choice, like starting with like Chaos, it would just be the 3.5 book. Like Iron Warriors are getting Basilisks back, and Alpha Legion would get like all kinds of like stealthy shit.
I
And
love that book.
fucking Word Bearers would get demons.
How about having access to your Horus Heresy units? How about that? These are all factors that point to our sensibilities of rules are correct. Okay.
I would be fine with it, but I'd have to rewrite the fucking rules because
Yeah.
sometimes
I agree.
sometimes things that are from 30K don't jive very well in
False.
40K.
False.
I don't disagree. Like I think we
Fucking
align.
hole.
We see eye to eye on
I
most things,
disagree.
Melon.
Yeah. we were
30K
cut from
is
the
the
same
best
cloth.
pay.
My God, if I had to go through another fucking edition of Double Leviathan, triple fucking.
Well, those should be good. They should just be expensive. They should just.
They did. They cost me a CP each.
Oh yeah, I didn't even fucking give a shit. I didn't even want the CP.
Yeah,
No
he,
army.
he didn't
I
have any
was
good
like-
stratagem, so it didn't matter.
Like,
That's
spent
true.
4
And he
bucks
had
for the
one
game
wound Space
started.
Marines.
Should cost you a CP every turn you want to use that
Mm.
Leviathan Dreadnought.
Activating Leviathan. CP.
It's
Yeah,
the
it all-
cost to
you all-
fuel its reactor.
You also should have to roll a dice every turn. If you roll a 1, it just blows up.
The good old days.
10,000 years old and in the 41st millennium.
Double -2 Leviathans. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
It really it's fun when GW like changes the mold and like introduces some new things. And I've kind of like talked about it before that basically every third like rendition of the game or second rendition of the game it changes completely, like really like drastically.
Yeah, like those are the real changes of an edition, in my opinion.
However,
Mm-hmm.
I wish they wouldn't do that, or if they did, kind of. So the problem is they never utilized their like previous stuff that worked, like the things that were like echoed to be good or like fun or thematic, like right
Give me an
now,
example.
like so how okay, what's it? Well, 3.5 chaos is the example.
I have that.
Okay.
I lived
I
it.
agree. Those are awesome things, but they're like I don't know, business principles don't align with that kind of creativity, that freedom.
Sure, but business principles have no place in a game.
I agree. I just think. Well, yeah, I'm just saying, speaking to the reason as to why.
Yeah, I understand the reason why. It's just if it was up to me, I would be utilizing things that worked and that people were fond of or like made thematic sense going forward and like amplifying
Blips.
that. And
I'm with you.
well, like blips, yeah, like crossfire and blips. If that stayed, I probably only play GSC. I get rid of everything else because that was fun. Like that's just a fun mechanical like version of the game for me, and it's
It
an
always
army
won
that
deployment.
I did. Yeah, I got to basically win on deployment.
Bullshit.
Yeah, but the thing is, my opponents would table me. Like I would never have any models left. So like,
I want to win deployment.
yeah.
Well, that's how it should go against Alpha Legion versus GSC, right? Like you're fighting two armies that are going into battles when on their terms, like prepared, right? So it would be a very cat and mouse cagey deployment type of game, which would be fun, right? And I like
Yeah, sure.
GSC's blip deployment style from the past editions because it gave them, they were unique for the opponent too, right?
Yeah.
Like now I don't know. I feel like
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, like, current, like if you look at things like, okay, what do we have available right now in terms of codexes?
Like on the horizon.
No, that are out right now.
Oh.
Like so we have all the Space Marines, we have Chaos Space Marines, we have AdMech, Orcs, GSC, Tyranids, and Tau.
Lest we forget.
Oh, and Sisters, obviously. But,
Space Wolves already out?
No. So Space Wolves and Blood Angels aren't out, or Black Templars. So.
Oh, you're right.
But they're not codexes. They're like supplements, right? Those ones. They're in addition to your codex always.
Yeah, oh yeah, because they only get 3, and
Yeah.
well, Dark Angel's got 3. I can't imagine like Space Wolves getting more than 2.
So you have, like,
Well,
one
what-
where you ride wolves and one where you are the wolf.
Blood Angels, I feel like will get like Flesh Terrors and
Yeah, you'll get one that's more angry than standard, right? And then you'll get one
Yeah.
for Death Company that's sad. sad
Yeah.
but strong, and then one that's maybe sanguinary. I don't know.
Big sad. I don't even know where I was going with this.
You're looking at the codexes which are out.
Oh yeah, that's what I was looking at. Things that like I would probably change. Like for one, the Tau one is like kind of sad.
Oh, it's
like it's what is
100%.
like what is it? It's just suits, which is supposed to be like Farsight.
It's supposed to be, yeah, bonded heroes. Very obviously, I think, Farsight Enclaves.
Like a Kroot one specifically, and then was it the Kalyan?
Kalyan, and then you have. Isn't there one more? No, they should have 4 total. And the
Retaliation
index one,
Cadre.
Retaliation Cadre
Kalyan
is
Montka, right?
Montka,
Yeah.
Cao Yang, Kroot.
They
And
should have had a
Cadre.
stealth one. They should have had a stealth.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Like a stealth one would have been.
Big sad, no stealth Daleth style.
Yeah, because they have a lot of units that do get to like again. I'm just talking about like make detachments where like you get to like focus on the theme of like units that go into this like overarching
Type, like these categories.
Type, yeah.
They fall into.
yeah. And you can extrapolate that too, right? Like you could be like, okay, this is stealth suits. This is the Ghost Keel. This is Piranha, like Outriders, kind of Piranha style play. This is Pathfinders. Like you can do this like forward op kind of Tau play.
That you're not wrong. That'd be pretty cool.
The Kroot one's all fine and dandy for like that one fucking weirdo that just only likes Kroot. But,
Like they've made enough Kroot models now, probably that's now a type, right? So then
Sure.
by that
So-
logic, why not have a detachment? It's not very
Actually,
good.
the Falcon and over in the Maritimes there,
yeah.
Kroot detachment went to the finals, but he ran.
Okay, good.
You know, he ran. So well, the thing is, it's like the Kroot rule is like endless swarm, right? Or endless swarm,
It's,
like
it's better.
green
it's better on
tide.
those
They
ones.
just come back, right? So the guy. So the way the guy described his army was green tide with hammerheads.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. So you have the anti-tank to get rid of threats.
Yeah, and then he just kept recycling his units.
Yeah, it's a potent strategy.
He lost.
Going outside of like the
Yeah.
semantics of like
He made it to the finals.
like the competitive side of that, it's just like why they had only 4. Honestly, why did Space Marines have 7? Why did Tyranids have 6? Why does Custodes have? What do they have? 3?
I can't remember. I was so checked out of Custodes, even though I have like a Custodes army.
Why?
It, it's just it just doesn't seem very fair, and they're not really willing to, I don't know, think outside the box, because like now that the, like I was telling you before, the precedent has been set, especially with like the Brood Brothers thing, where you can have 1,000 Astra Militarum for allies instead of the standard 500 for most ally matrices. You know, why don't you have more detachments that are themed to having allies? Like why is that not kind of like explored? Or, well, I probably answer my own question here. It's because they're written fucking so not together. Like it's just like, we're gonna do these 2 books in this bracket, we're gonna do these 2 books in this bracket, and then fuck everything else. We can't have too much information overload. Everything must be pure while we write these 2 fucking books, but one of them is going to be good and the other one is going to be shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's because they all have to come out separately, so that there's always something for Warhammer community to say is coming next week, right? That's kind of, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it is, which sucks. The game suffers for it, obviously.
Yeah, it's to me it's just really frustrating for like balance, right? Like a balance is not made because these books are made so dramatically like different in time. You don't get to like have these ideas or explore these ideas through like a couple of armies. Like the early ones are like the beta test, right? Like the Tyranids, the Space Marines,
Which sucks because they're not sold to you as a beta test, right? They are.
Oh, it's sold to me like
this is what you
fucking-
get. Deal with it.
my fucking golf membership. Like,
Yeah.
it's just really not fair to be the first, right? And it shouldn't be that way. Now, looking back in the past, like books used to take forever to come out, and there were no FAQs back then. Like you would just what you got was what you got. Like there was an era, like
Never get a code.
Yeah.
sometimes you didn't get a codex. Like Dark Eldar didn't get a fucking codex until fucking all of 5th edition. Like so they went what was it? They went from like end of end of 3rd or early 3rd all the way to 5th, like the fucking tail end of 5th edition before they got a book. And there was an entire model refresh from it. Like it was like the whole push for them, but things should be like, because the game is like more heavily played competitively, like that's what sales are pushing now. I would prefer them to like make these books like together. Take your time. You know what? If people just put these fucking like Arcs of Omen, like especially these card things now, like you put these cards and all these different things out, like where you shake it up a little bit, you change up like the gameplay. Army, remember when you got into Black Legion, you were just playing and playing and playing, you still felt like you didn't like fully unlock everything, like you wanted to play more and more, and then the edition was over. Like, could you imagine
I played Black Legion and then I wanted to play Alpha Legion and it was over.
And it was over. And same thing with like Biggies and Ohms. Like, oh, here's your Imperial Guard book and here's your World Eaters book. Enjoy for 3 months, and we'll see.
That was big sad.
Yeah, we'll see in 10th edition or whatever. If they just took more time, like between releases, and then you know what, just we're in a digital age. Like if you want to put out a new model for a faction and put whatever, right? Like put the data sheet in PDF.
The problem is
then
they make a lot of money when they switch editions.
Yeah, and the rules are taught, like the rule release, the paradigm in which rules are released, this codex creep, this hamster wheel, the game isn't really done because we're still getting books and factions to come out, and then they're all out, and then there's a small campaign which seems to be getting smaller and smaller each time, and then it's like time for a new edition because they need to sell the books again. That's because of the whole voting with your hobby dollar shtick. That's why I don't buy the books, because it's like,
Man,
I don't want to encourage that system because that system's lame.
And voting works. Look at that. We're not paying for points anymore.
true.
People got
That is
fed up,
true.
right? They're not paying for Unitarian field manuals and updates. So we're...
Unitorum field manual. That sounds so sick. I can't wait to buy mine.
It's so frustrating having to buy that.
Oh, hells yeah.
I mean, at least it came with, because you bought them together with the like mission
The chapter
rules too,
approved,
right?
that would come
Like
out
they
all
came
the-
together in like their little slip, but still, like, just fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I know financially it's the dumbest thing in the world, but like, for fuck's sake, like, I'm so sick of like faceless companies just like shitting on there, because like this company wouldn't have been anywhere or anything if people just didn't like their IP and like didn't want to spend the money on their stuff. Like, fucking, they've got copious amounts of money from me, from all of us, like, over the years, and it's just like always a kick in the nuts, like being a fan of a certain like Toronto Maple Leafs, right? Like, it's just the worst fucking feeling in the world when they just shit the bed over and over and over again, and you just
I
like,
think it's. I mean, I can only speak from experience, from the outside looking in, because I'm not a sportsman, but I think it's worse because it's intentional.
yeah, that's true. Well, I mean,
Are there
some
these triangles?
some conspiracy theorists would tell you otherwise.
Ooh, okay. I stand corrected. Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really just frustrating to like you want. Well, I'm just speaking on my own like behalf now, but I want the game to be like fair and balanced. That like I can walk up to the table with Death Watch and have a perfectly good game against orcs, like just whatever, right? Like we're both like fun and balanced, relatively speaking. Like this whole fucking 70% win rate, 68% win rate, fucking 80% win rate when they
You know what is the highest win rate right now?
What's that?
Fucking Space Wolves.
Oh fuck.
Sick.
Wow.
Wolf Jail. Winning Jail.
Oh, the thing that Baby Seal got spanked by?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I guess that is just based on how the meta is, like the way the missions are played, right? Like if you can't leave your deployment zone or you're not fast enough, like that's my problem with when I was playing Votan, right? Like if I can't get out, if I can't move beyond that point, maybe the idea of the terrain is a problem. Maybe it does need to be a little bit more open, right? Maybe there needs to be more angles to get lit the
Have you
fuck up
seen-
by a hammerhead.
Yeah, have you seen the new deployment? The ladder or the step?
The zigzag one? Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I was telling Kuiper that like the fatter deployment point to the other fatter deployment point, it's probably feasible to get like a 9-inch scout like across one side to the other and be like available for like a turn 1 charge.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, those
Especially
are
with
kinds of
it-
changes that I appreciate with regards to like changing the meta. Like if a new book comes out and the meta flips, I just roll my eyes. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's so, yeah, obviously, right? It's less
Yeah.
exciting. It's it feels less. It feels artificial to a degree, right? Like but if a new mission pack comes out and then the tables flipped, I think that's a
Yeah,
big-
going back to that, I wish they would just do mission packs for, I don't know, let's say it's probably not going to happen, but next year, the end of next year should be all the books done, but probably not. Maybe a little longer. Let's hypothetical and say next year the last book comes out. Take the next 2 years or whatever to like really get your fucking shit in order, and then keep putting these like supplemental books out, keep putting out like points changes or like whatever the fuck it's called, the data slates, and then launch the next version of the game or the 11th edition with books ready to go, right? Like things that
at the
have
start, all the codexes are done. You mean?
that or fucking
I
just
wish.
like
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
different
well,
timeline, I think.
because like look at the indexes, right? Like the indexes are loosey goosey, but like they all came out at the same fucking time.
Oh, it certainly felt best, right? Like,
Well, it always is, right? Like there are some outliers. Obviously, Eldar was like fucking
busted.
abysmal. Yeah, it's abysmal. And then like, what else was there? Like old GSC, like with like just basically infinite models, like recycling over and over again.
Yeah.
And then I guess Chaos Space Marines. Like once it was kind of figured out, because it wasn't figured out at the beginning. Like people were not like, oh boy, Chaos Space Marines, the best thing in the index. It was like not even like on the radar.
Yeah,
But
they were
then-
sleeping.
Yeah, they were like a sleeper thing, and then they're like, oh, okay, I can run a bunch of Chosen and like 3 Forge Fiends and just Dark Pact and shit, and like I'm big dick. Those are like the types of things that are, those are the outliers in the index, but everything came out at the same time. Like most of the indexes were kind of close to each other. Some a little less, some a little more, but they were kind of close. And if they just tweaked those piece of shit ones, but again, they don't really have playtesters either. Like not anymore. And the playtesters that they do have, I don't think they listen to.
No, they don't, and they don't pay them. So like,
Yeah, they're just excited to
what
be
do you
like, oh, I get
expect?
to see
Yeah.
the new fucking 10th edition, like before anybody else. It's like I'm so excited.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember Tabletop Tactics alluded to like that they ignored, I think, all of their suggestions.
yeah, which is fucking
Like,
not
then
not
why'd
right.
you ask? Why'd you ask? All right, I
Oh
gotta
yeah,
shut
it's
it down, no boys.
9:40, 9:46.
No worries. You guys
Yeah,
want
it's
to
fair.
wrap it up?
I posted an update of Warp Talon Jail on the old Instagram there.
Oh,
Nice.
Well, Army's Instagram is in the description for anyone who would like to see those warp talons.
Go comment on my sins. All right, okay, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Later.
Later, dude.
Peace. I'm gonna pop off as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
we
I
can
think
wrap it up. I pretty much
it's a wrap.
got these guys up to the new aesthetics mostly, so I don't mind wrapping it up.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, chat. We'll talk to you later.
Yes,
Bye.
chat. Thanks for tuning in, and tomorrow I'll probably be back with a solo stream where we continue the Possessed arc. Try to get one done per stream.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Toodles.